Hello, my name is Diana Hart. I'm with Paparazzi Accessories, and I'm an independent consultant with Paparazzi. I'm actually a brand new consultant. I also am a long-time house cleaning lady. I've cleaned houses for almost 19 years, and I am more than happy to give out tips to people. I don't think that everybody needs to hire a cleaning lady. I think that most people can clean their house themselves. It may not be perfect, but that's okay. We're not, we're not perfect people. We're allowed to have a little dust and a little dirt, right? So I did a video, my first video, explaining how to quick clean your bathroom. And so I wanted to follow up with that and talk about how to quick clean your kitchen. And so I did get some good feedback on my first video. I'm brand new with YouTube and with doing videos, and so anyway, I was very excited that people actually watched my video and seemed interested in what I had to say. So I wanted to just pass my information on, things that I've learned over the years. And our kitchen doesn't have to be perfect. My husband and I have, we basically are running a rescue out of our house. We have several cats and we have one rescue dog. And we spend a lot of time with our pets. And so with my cleaning business and with him working for his family and for me doing paparazzi, I will just be honest, I don't have a lot of time to spend hours and hours cleaning. So I have quick tips of ways to do things so that you also don't have to spend hours and hours of time that you really don't have cleaning. We want to have a clean house. It doesn't have to be a perfect house. I guess that's what I'm getting at. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with some of the tips. What I would do starting out when you go into your kitchen, the first thing I would do is look around and see are there some large items that you could get off the countertops. Maybe you have a mixer that's sitting out that you don't have to have sitting out right this minute. Maybe you needed it last week, but you don't need it this week. Maybe your crock pot's sitting out and you're not using it right now. So maybe if you have some larger items there, you could go ahead and remove them off of the top of your counter. Or I also have a table. We have an eat-in kitchen. So I have a table in my kitchen where I can sort of just move a few extra items off my counters. I'm actually sort of a little bit of a hoarder in my kitchen. Not terrible, you know, you're not going to call the whoever, Humane Society, to come pick up my pets or anything like that. It's not that bad, but I do put too many things on my countertops, and that really impedes you working quickly. So if you can just move a few things out of your way, and then the next thing I would do, either I talked on the other video about cleaning your windows and your mirrors, or I think I was talking about your mirrors, not your windows. But of course, if you want to clean your windows, this is window cleaner and this will work just fine. Now I'm going to show you how I do it. That works fine. Okay, this is Fly Lady cloths. I have it folded up. Fly Lady is at flylady.net. She does house cleaning tips and organizational tips, and she's fantastic. Now, for me, she's a little too perfectionist. She says she's getting us out of our perfectionism. For me, I feel like she's wanting me to do a little too much. And so that's one of the reasons I wanted to make these videos, because she's a little bit overboard for me, but her information is fantastic and her cloths are fantastic. These are like my favorite cloths. So she's at flylady.net. She does sometimes these buy 3 cloths get 3 free, and that's how I have these. I get the good deal. I don't buy them full price because they are a little bit pricey, you know, a little bit more than Walmart, but they're also nice. You see, kind of it has a sheen to them. I've actually had these a long time. It still has that nice sheen to them. They're very soft. They don't pull on my hands like a lot of micro fiber cloths will do. They'll kind of pull on my skin. If you have dry skin, they kind of pull on you. I don't like that, but these don't do this. So the first thing I would do is get a cloth and dampen it, or like I said, you get your window cleaner and your paper towels out. But with these cloths, they just need to be a little bit damp, and so you can clean your window very quickly. I have 2 windows in my kitchen. One is kind of like a picture window, and my cats sit in the window and put their little noses against that window, and so it's very messy. So I wanted to add this to the kitchen quick clean, because if you do that regularly, that window's not going to be those windows aren't going to be that dirty. So you can just wipe these down. So with the cloth, if you use the cloth, you just barely dampen this, and then it'd be like when we talked about in your shower. You just go back and forth Now, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're not going for perfectionism. We're going for quick because you're busy and you don't have all day. If you want to go for perfectionism, that's fine. You do that. But we're just doing quick, okay? Now, we're done with our window. You just need this to be just a little bit damp. You don't get it sopping wet. If you get it sopping wet, then you need another cloth and you need to dry it, okay? So if you'll just get this a little bit damp, you'll only need this one cloth. Now, dishwashing liquid will, if you can wash your dishes with this, you can clean your countertops. Now, this may seem silly to some people, and that's fine. If you like spray cleaner, I actually love spray cleaner. If you like maybe a bleach cleaner, maybe you like Clorox wipes, those are fine. You use what makes you happy. I'm not here to sell you a product. This is Lysol. Actually, I talked about this last time. I actually have this in there. It's a mango and a tangerine smell. I water this down. So what's in here is watered down Lysol. It's not full strength. It's not straight, okay? This works. I've been using this a lot lately. It's so quick. It's quicker than this. With this, you got to spray and, wipe. Okay, with this, you just barely get this damp. This is a paper towel. And you just, a couple drops of this, and then you wipe your counter down. Now, you might just do it in sections. And if you have a kind of a big section and maybe you have lots of crumbs, you're going to need more than one paper towel. But you just wipe and you use this paper towel, and then you get, get you a fresh paper towel. Now, I love these. These are Selecta size. This happens to be from Sam's. You don't have to use Sam's, but Sam's has 2 different kinds now. So if you do use theirs, make sure this says on it Selecta size. My husband went and picked up. He had no idea, and I didn't either. They had a whole new kind, and we just thought paper towels were paper towels and Sam's was Sam's. It turned out Sam's got 2 different kinds now. So make sure, if you want Selecta size, I like it because it fits in my hand. If you want that, make sure that's what you're getting. I find it wastes less paper. I know a lot of people are into the green thing. I'm not so much into the green thing, but I am into saving money. So I like to use paper towel. To me, it's cleaner because I'm cleaning it, I'm throwing it away. If you want to use a cloth like this is fine. You just would dampen it, same idea, and put a little of this on here, or you would dampen it, you would spray with this, and you would wipe. It's the same thing. You don't have to be fancy with whatever you're wiping with. Whatever makes you happy, whatever fits in your hand perfectly, that's what you want to use. You use what you want to use because you will clean more often if you're happy with your products. So this isn't about what product I love. This is about what product do you love. If you love a Clorox wipe, use a Clorox wipe, okay? If you love bleach in your kitchen, use bleach in your kitchen. My husband and I have some allergies, and we just cannot really deal with bleach. So I use bleach rarely, actually, very rarely. And you would think with us having cats, we'd be all worried about it. We're not. We haven't died yet. The cats are all alive. We're alive. I cook quite a bit. So with my cutting board, I don't have one of those wood ones. Mine's plastic. If you had a plastic one and you wanted to soak it in bleach, you can. What I do, I get this out. I'll get my sink, lots of hot water, run that over there, put this soap on here, scrub, dry it, and I'm done. And like I said, nobody's died at my house yet, and I clean a bit, but I also cook quite a bit. So I'm very careful with my meat juices. That's like the main thing in the kitchen. When you've got your meat juices, you need to be cleaning that cutting board. You don't need to be putting vegetables where your meat juices were. You need to be cleaning under the cutting board because that stuff runs. So anytime you're in there, quick cleaning is a great thing to be doing. Whether it's this or this, bleach, whatever makes you happy. Now, you need to be careful with your bleach because you will bleach your clothes. So that's why I really don't recommend a lot of bleach unless that's just what you want to use. Because what ends up happening is that stuff splashes on you and then your brand new blouse, bleach. So I don't just really recommend that. Your kitchen can be clean without bleach. But if that is what makes you happy, then please use it. Just be careful. Another thing you can use, I'm just reusing this. It's not soft soap in here. This is Dr. Bronner's. I want to pronounce his name right. I think I called him Dr. Bonner's when I made my video on the bathroom. So it's Dr. Bronner. This is Castile soap. This happens to be citrus. It's watered down. So I put some of that in here with water. And then same thing, I can get my cloth or my paper towel, either one, squirt on here and clean. You can use this in your bathroom. You can use it wherever. Now, if you have cats, and you're using this citrus, my friend who has the cat and dog rescue, she tells me this citrus is not good for cats, okay? And I did not know that. I had already bought this. She says if you're using this, you need to dry it. So one thing I just wouldn't, this would just be a damp cloth. It wouldn't be sopping wet. Then the drying wouldn't be a problem. It's going to dry by itself. But if you're worried about that and you don't want your cats around it and you're using it on, I use it on my floor too. So you need to be careful to wipe all that up. Your cats don't need to be walking through citrus essential oils. It is very bad for them, according to my friend. And she works with essential oils. She actually sells essential oils. So I'm assuming she knows what she's talking about. So don't always assume a wonderful natural product is good for everybody in your home. It may not be. It may be very detrimental. So be careful with that. Sometimes, toxic sometimes can be better. What can I say? I'm really kidding. I'm kidding. Really, one of the best things you can use is something like this, Dawn dishwashing liquid, any brand that makes you happy. The Ajax is a lot cheaper, but it's also a little bit more runny. So I think you tend to use more of it. So I tend to buy a little bit more expensive brand than Ajax, although I love their smells are very nice. I love their smells and the price is great. I just think you tend to use more. But if you like Ajax, the dishwashing liquid, use it. I mean, it doesn't make any difference. My thing is you use whatever products you have on hand. If you have bleach on hand, use it, but just be careful because it will, you will get a backsplash off of it, okay? All right, so we've done our counters. We've done our windows. We've done our counters. Now, you're going to want to do the front of your dishwasher. You can still use this cloth. Now, at this point, it may be getting a lot wetter after you've dampened it a few times. You can also fold it back. I do this, a lot of unfolding and folding back the opposite way. So then it'll be less damp here. Maybe put a little bit more water and a little bit of clean water, maybe a little bit more of this or a little more spray, and then you want to wash your dishwasher off. I'm talking about the outsides. We're not digging around inside your dishwasher. This is quick. Outside your dishwasher, there's some little ridges there maybe where the pull handle, you might need to clean that. Your microwave, the top. Now we have a toaster oven right next to our microwave, so I do top of the toaster oven, top of the microwave, the front. Open it up. What has splattered in there recently? Now, this isn't so much quick cleaning, but if, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. If you have stuff glued on in your microwave, maybe you have a relative who lives with you, we're not going to say it's you, who's blowing stuff up all over your microwave, and it's stuck there, okay? What you need to do is get some vinegar, and it's white vinegar, and some water, and a glass, something glass that will hold up fine in your microwave. Microwave. And you want to heat that up. It doesn't have to boil. It needs to be really hot. Boiling works, and it's going to stink. Now, I can barely be around vinegar myself, but it will stink. But that steam is going to go everywhere in your microwave, and you're going to be able to get a cloth or your paper towels or whatever you're using, sponge, if that makes you happy. And you're going to be able to wipe all that off. You'll be able to take that vinegar water out, and then you'll be able to wipe all that off, and it's going to come off a lot easier. So that will be quicker. And if you'll wipe that out as often as humanly possible, it does not have to be every day. We're not being perfectionist. But when you see spills in there, if you'll go ahead and get those out, you won't even have to do the vinegar trick. But the vinegar trick will work. Also, what I do when I'm at somebody's house, I don't have time to look for vinegar. I just spray on the inside of the microwave, and I just wipe. And sometimes it takes a while to get that stuff off. So if you can't find your vinegar, but you can find your spray, then just get your spray out and spray liberally and get you a cloth or your paper towels, either way. And I would just try from now on to keep the inside of that as clean as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect, just not spattered everywhere, if you know what I mean. It just takes longer to clean it. Now you're gonna also want to clean off your stove top, and any kind of glass cleaner will work on that. This will work on it because it's watered down. Because it's watered down, it will work on that. And your glass cleaner will work on it, and a damp cloth will work on it. So any of that will work, and you'll want to wipe that down. Now, if you have that kind of flat surface, sometimes you need to get that cleaner, and I, of course, cannot remember the name of that cleaner, but you know what I'm talking about. It's a little bit, has some scrubbing action. It's like soft scrub, but it's a different name. It has some scrubbing action, and you get a cloth and you kind of rub. And so if you have glued stuff on there, that will help you. Sometimes it takes me a long time to get that stuff off. I think it's just an elbow grease type of issue that you just have to have a lot of power in your elbow, which I actually just don't have, okay? So fully admit it, I just don't have it. So it does take me several times of using that to get it to work. But you'll see the brown stuff will come off on your paper towel or on your cloth. You'll see it coming off. But it will take you a while to get it off if it's been glued on there for a while. So, then you'll want to do the fronts of your ovens as well, and just the same thing, just spray and wipe. It's not going to take you all day. We're not in there to be perfect. If you see some glued on stuff that you think is going to take you a while to do, and you don't have 30 minutes right now to dig around on glued on stuff, then just make you a note. I need to clean grease stain off of whatever. Make a note and go back to that later, because what we're doing, we're just quickly cleaning. We're doing mostly the outside of surfaces. The only inside thing that we even bothered with was the microwave, and that's only because stuff is always splattering in there. And of course, if you will put, again, paper towel over your food, you'll have a lot less of that spattering. If you kind of fold the paper towel around, that's generally how we do it. It's not perfect. Stuff will still blow up in there, and so it just happens. So but wipe it down as quickly as you can. If you'll wipe it down before it dries and glues, your problem will be solved. Okay. And so we're not really talking about floors today. I'm sure there are quick clean ways to clean your floor, and we may get around to that at some point, but this was just strictly wiping down the outer surfaces of everything. Also, I do have a table that's a glass top table. We tend to do glass on top of our nice wood so our cats don't tear things up. So the table where I moved things, then when I'm done with my surfaces, I would move that stuff back, and then I would clean my table off. And so it will be nice and clean as well. I also happen to have a desk in there, so you could dust your furniture that you have in there. If you have something that needs to be dusted, you could quickly wipe it off. Doesn't take a lot of time. You don't have to do a lot of detail cleaning with that. Just wipe the top off. If you'll keep the clutter down as much as possible in your kitchen area, one thing is mail. If you will get as much of your mail and your junk mail and pieces of mail that go into mail that you need, like your bills have envelopes that you don't need, if you'll get as much of that into the trash can as soon as possible, you won't have to pick all that stuff up and move it. And so that's just another tip. Just as soon as you get your mail, get over the trash can and dump the things that you don't need. Double check, make sure you're not throwing away a bill that you need. But just get rid of all those extra pieces of paper because you don't need that. And if it lays around, it just lays there and it lays there. So if you'll do that and try to keep the clutter down off of your kitchen counters, it'll be much easier to just run in there real quick. Let's say you're about to cook. Well, you really need to clean your counters off before you cook. I would do it before and after. And so you can just really quick, just get a little bit of this, a little bit of water, and just wipe that down. So it's just real quick. It's not, we're not spending 30 minutes on this. It's just quickly getting those surfaces clean so that you can get in there and cook. And then when you finish with all those, like the chicken juices and all the different juices for meat, you need to be really careful with those, but get all that cleaned up as well when you're finished with your cooking, okay? All right, thank you so much for joining me today. You can subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. That would help me out greatly. I will also be doing paparazzi videos. If you're interested in paparazzi products, it's $5 jewelry. My website that paparazzi provides me with, it's a free website they provide me with. It is www.crazycatladies, LADYS, charms.com. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions at all, my email is D as in Diana, DDHART2500@gmail.com. Thanks so much for watching me, and join me next time for, I'm not sure what we're going to talk about next time. What can we quick clean next time? We might talk about tools that I use in my cleaning. Tools that help me out. Nothing that you have to buy, but it's tools that I like that you might be interested in purchasing. And I don't make money off of any of that. That's just what I like to use. All right. Thank you so much. Come and see me again next time. Bye-bye.